back with another video for you guys today. This one is a reaction, obviously. I don't know what this is. Teacher does students Tangled. I think Tangled was like a YouTube channel, wasn't it? I'm not too sure, but I've seen this person before. Scroll narrating, but teacher does students underscore Tangled neglected hair underscore, then posts photos on Facebook looking for validation. So the teacher does students Tangled and neglected hair, and then she posts the photos on Facebook looking for validation. So a teacher fixed someone's hair that was all fucked up, and then she put it on Facebook to validate whether it was good or not. Interesting. 9 minutes 37 seconds, guys. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and be sure to give this video a like. I will put a suggestion some more in the beginning of this video if I can find it, and let's go, guys.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tina. I want to go ahead and shout out Jamel Malik. Jamel sent me this story. It's going viral. It's about a teacher. She decided to do her students' hair in the classroom, and she posted on social media. I want you guys to check out the caption that she wrote and what she did to this child's hair. Go ahead and check this out, and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
So my students came to school today with her for
Alright, so you guys just seen the picture and what the teacher posted on Facebook.
That was too fast, bitch.
So once that hit the internet, a lot of folks had a lot of opinions. A lot of people saying that the teacher was foul. She had no business posting that. You know, why she putting this on social media. And then shortly after that, somebody else posted this comment, kind of basically explaining the situation. I want you guys to read what this person wrote about what really supposedly happened. I want y'all to check this out, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary. Alright, so you guys just read what that person wrote. So the person is saying that the picture was initially posted in some private Facebook group, and then somebody took it off and then posted on the internet, but that the parents gave the teacher permission and that the parents were okay with this. And since then, nobody else can get a validated story from the parent. Nobody, you know, has seen anything on social media where the parent is like, that's my child and I gave permission. I feel like the person who wrote that comment was either the teacher who got tired of getting drugged or somebody just making up some bullshit. Because my thing is this. What that teacher wrote in that post to me, I don't see a parent being cool with that. I don't see a parent giving somebody permission to shame them. The teacher could have very well just wrote down that, you know, as you guys know, I'm a special needs teacher, and one of my students, you know, she's having a really hard time sitting down. So her mom asked me, could I do her hair in the classroom? So we decided to make it a teaching lesson for all the kids on, you know, how to do, like, you know, quick styles.
Well,
so
this isn't a hairstyling class.
Something to that effect, but instead the teacher chose to write it out like this. This is what kind of caught my attention. This is why I don't feel like a parent would have gave this teacher permission to write it out like this. The teacher says, so one of my students came to school today with her hair full of knots, lengths, and ridiculously tangled. It looked like it hadn't been touched the entire holiday break. I'm a good reader of bullshit. So right there and then it's telling that the teacher's throwing shade at the parents. She's trying to basically humiliate them in a passive-aggressive way. So I don't feel like the parents gave this woman permission. I feel like whoever wrote that initial comment, I feel like either that was a teacher who wrote that comment and she's just trying to deflect because people are calling her out. I just don't believe that at all. My thing is this, and this is not to take away from teachers. I love teachers. I have friends who are teachers. I know teachers who have had to be nurses. They've had to be counselors. They've had to be seamstress. They've had to be, you know, everything. You know, therapists. They really step up and take care of their children in their classroom like they were their own children, because every child has different needs. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand and I appreciate the good teachers out there. While I'm saying that this woman did this, I'm not saying that she didn't do this from the kindness of her heart. I'm not saying that she didn't care about this student. But my thing is, once you post it on social media, I have to give you the side eye. Because when you're doing something genuine and it's coming from the heart, you don't need validation. You don't need a pat on the back. You know what I'm saying? That's the same way I feel with these so-called prank videos on homeless people.
Like, you don't do it to show that you're nice. You just do it in general.
You don't need a camera crew there. You don't need to upload onto YouTube. You don't need the video to go viral where you make millions of dollars off of helping the homeless. When you're genuinely trying to help somebody, you just help them. You don't need any fanfare. You don't need any accolades. So that's why I'm saying I'm not buying this story that, you know, she just did this out of the kindness of her heart. I feel like she just did this for social media attention like most people do nowadays. You know, because I know some damn good teachers and they wouldn't have posted this. You know, had she told the story, I could be like, oh, okay, well, that's sweet. But when you're posting the picture and you're doing all that extra stuff, regardless of the little girl's face was showing or not, I don't feel like she should have posted that, and I do not believe that she had permission from the parents just based on how she wrote that text. Based on what she wrote, I don't see any parent co-signing that. And another thing, a lot of people are being very judgmental towards the parents and saying, they're ratchet, lazy ass parents, I don't put it past them. Some people don't need to have kids. That kind of bothers me as well because people are doing a lot of assumptions. I'm going to tell y'all a story about my situation, okay? When my oldest was young, he was about 3 at the time. My oldest son had mid-back length hair. And so I used to keep his hair braided. And I ended up getting really sick. I was about 23 years old. This was before I even had my youngest son. I got really sick. I ended up getting blood clots and I almost died. And they ended up saving me, but I had 3 blood clots. I had one in my right arm, I had one in my left leg, and I had one in my lung. And it took close to a year for them to finally dissolve it using morphine. But the worst part was after I finally came out the hospital, I was in the hospital for almost a month. I came out the hospital. I still could not use my arm. My arm was like literally, it was permanently like this for 2 months. I had to go to physical therapy. I had to learn to reuse my arm. I had to learn to re-walk. I was out of work for damn near 6 months. It was the worst time of my life, and I was 23 years old. And I had just been partying in South Beach like literally 3 months before this. But I ended up getting blood clots from, I had the patch. So I ended up getting blood clots from birth control. So I say that to say this. I had to learn to reuse my arm. I couldn't braid my son's hair, okay? And he had really long hair. I couldn't comb his hair. I couldn't wash his hair. I couldn't do shit. I couldn't even take care of my own damn hair, let alone my son's hair. So a lot of times, either his hair was wild, it was everywhere, or if his dad could, his dad would try and put it in a ponytail, but he couldn't braid. So sometimes my daycare worker, Miss Phillips, would sometimes braid my son's hair or help me maintain his hair because he had so much hair, but I couldn't do it because my arm was permanently like this and I was going through physical therapy and it hurt. It was probably like the worst pain I ever felt in my life, seriously. And you never know people's situations. Could this parent have just been lazy and didn't want to do their child's head? Possibly. But people might have thought that when they saw my son, that I was lazy and I just didn't want to do his hair. But what they didn't know is I was damn near bedridden for months. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't leave the house. I couldn't do his hair. I couldn't walk. I couldn't drive. I couldn't do shit. So you just never know what somebody's situation is. I think for the most part, parents love their kids. And you don't want your kids to be picked on. You don't want people to look at your kids as, being dirty or unkempt or not being taken care of. Especially when you take great pride in yourself and keeping yourself up. So we don't know. She might have maybe during a holiday break, maybe her mother or her father was sick and she had to go stay with a relative who didn't know how to do her hair or who didn't know how to do her hair, who didn't know how to braid. And that's why her hair was like that. Or maybe her mom just, did not have time to get to her hair during break because a family emergency came up. Somebody could have died. Anything could have happened. And I think that's what I didn't like is that when she posted that message and she posted that picture, it left room for so much interpretation. You had folks dragging the parents and everything else. But like I said, you never know people's situations because I've been in that situation where my son's hair could not get done. I physically could not do his hair, and I used to have other people help me do his hair, help me style his hair, help me braid his hair and everything else. So if you're going to do something, do it because you genuinely want to do it. Do it because you genuinely care. Do it because you genuinely want to make that child happy and boost up their self-esteem so they don't have hair all over their face and things like that. Not because you need a pat on the back. So I wasn't feeling that. I just wasn't feeling this whole post because I think back to when I was 23, had my daycare worker took a picture of my son's hair, how his hair would look at times, and try to blast me on the internet like I was an unfit mom or like, I didn't care about my child, that would break my heart. Like, you don't know what people are going through. That's the part of social media that I hate, that people can just post anything. It doesn't have to be a backstory. You don't need to know what happened. People can just basically say anything and folks run with it. And like I said, whoever initially posted that long-ass, rebuttal about how the child was special needs and the person had permission, I'm not buying that. I feel like it was that teacher just trying to clean up her mess. I'm just not buying that because no parent No good parent would allow somebody to write what that teacher wrote and be okay with it. You're not about to sit here and talk about how I didn't do my child's hair, how my child had lint in it, how I hadn't touched my child's hair in weeks. You're basically judging me and trying to humiliate me on social media on the DL. I read through a lot of bullshit, so I wasn't feeling that at all. I'm glad she did the child's hair. I'm sure that, helped the child's self-esteem. But do something because you genuinely want to do it, not because you need attention from social media. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire story. That story just bothered me because it brought back a lot of memories, and especially when I was reading the comments, like, damn, really, I don't know what people be going through. People just like to assume shit with people. People just like to assume stuff about people 24/7. So anyways, let me know your thoughts. All right, deuces.
Oh, she also says deuces just like I do. Okay, so because I missed the post, I'm going to go back. And I'm going to look at the post, and I'll put a photo here so one of you guys can see. So one of my students came to school today with her hair full of knots, lint, and ridiculously tangled. It looked like it hadn't been touched the entire holiday break, so my classroom became a salon. The photo on the left is before, and the right after. So, before, after. So honestly, the braids are nice. Like, it's nice. It's good. She did good. It just broke my heart so badly that I refused to let her leave school today the same way she came. When I finished, she looked at herself and said, "Aw, so pretty. The beauty is that she made... The beauty is that she made... Sorry, the beauty is that she is normally nonverbal, so now I'm crying, LOL. My day has been made." Okay, so let me look at the comment after that, because she should have comment after that, so let me take a look at the comment. So this is the comment by Nisha. "See, this is the reason social media is so screwed up. It has a tendency to paint part of the picture just to stir things up. I'm a part of the Facebook group this teacher posted in. She went on to explain that the little girl is a special needs child, so it's difficult for her to communicate with her parents. And sitting to get her hair done is difficult at home. Her parents are not neglectful, and they gave the teacher permission to do the little girl's hair and post the picture. Neither the teacher or the parent made a wrong move in this situation, and the little girl is happy. So just chill, find something else to be dramatic over." Okay. NOL Al-Uvin replied to Nisha saying, "Unfortunately, whether the parents gave her permission or not, she was absolutely wrong for posting it on a social network. That is highly inappropriate and unprofessional. Kudos to her for helping, and shame on her for exploiting the situation." Okay, I do have some thoughts on this. Okay, so going back to the original post, which I already showed you guys. Again, I do agree, like the girl doing her hair for her, like the teacher doing her hair for her, whatever. Like, especially if she had permission to do the hair as well, then that's fine. And again, like just like the girl said, at Lovely T said, you obviously don't know their situation. Like, you honestly don't. Like, yes, they could be lazy, 100%. They could be lazy. They could be doing nothing. They could be a neglectful parent. They could just not care. But they also could care, but physically can't do anything. Or they're in the hospital, or they do this, or they do that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that could be the case. So again, like she said, it really isn't fair to judge, just because, like, again, you never know what someone's going through. Just like Damian tries to tell us, like 7 times a day, or 5 times a week. Sorry, every day. And again, it's true. Like it's true. Like, you never know. So based on that, you never know what someone's going through. So just saying that, like, it looked like it hadn't been touched the entire holiday break, that is basically putting shade on the parents. Like, you're basically shaming the kid and the parents. But again, the parents may not have a choice. Like, they're not that they don't have a choice, but like they just don't. They can't really do anything about it. Like, they can't really help that situation because of this or because of that. So honestly, I do agree her doing her hair. Like, that's fine, especially if she had permission. But even if, because again, like, you're basically touching another kid, but you're just doing their hair. So I don't see an issue with that. That's fine. It's especially because the girl's non-verbal, and then she said, "Oh, so pretty," and she's non-verbal. So it's just like, what? How does that even work? Her posting it, I'm a little bit iffy on, because again, like, for me, like, for example, like, if I do something good, I'm not gonna like look for reassurance, or I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my god, guess what, guys, I did something good, are you proud of me?" At the same time, though, I do have like very low self-esteem, or I always feel like I kind of suck, or I feel like people don't like me all the time. So like if I'm at work and I stay an extra 30 minutes or I help out, like they obviously appreciate it, whatever. Like even today after work, I was like, do you guys want me to do anything else before I leave? Because I felt bad leaving, even though I'm done, like my shift's over, right? I can leave. And this is obviously a bit different, but this is just like going into me basically being like having low self-esteem, low self-confidence. So like, because I feel like no one likes me, I want them to know I'm doing good stuff. So that's how it kind of relates to this. Like I want them to know that I did this for them. So they could not like me, but like just so they know I did that also, obviously. But then also because I have low this and low that. So like I feel like I want them to know that I did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't take credit for other people's doings, but I take credit for my own. Like of course, if I did something, I want to tell them that I did it, good or bad. You know what I mean? Like let's say I do something good and like I want people to know, then like it makes sense, I guess, because like of course you want people to know. But like let's say if you're going on like I'm not gonna go on social media and go on Facebook and say, oh my god, I'm so nice. I asked my coworkers what else I could do and I did all this for them. Like I'm not gonna go on Facebook. Like I just want them to know that I don't want to have them like fucked up. Like I want them to know that, you know, I'm trying to do some stuff before I leave. I don't want to leave them with like a lot of stuff to do. You know what I mean? So that's that. But again, that's obviously different than this. It's just like with me, it's more so like telling the person, but I don't post anything on social media really. Like in a sense, I do get it because like you do want people to like know that you're nice. But again, posting it is gonna make it seem like you only did it because you want to post it and make it look how nice you are. But then again, just doing that, it's not gonna make you look nice because like because like the thing is, I get wanting to be nice, like genuinely trying to be nice and just posting it just to like show people that you're nice, but at the same time it's just gonna make you look, oh, you're doing it for the clout, you know what I mean? Like just so people can look at that say oh, you know, that's a really good person. Or like people who do videos saying, oh, giving the flowers to like other peeps, right? It's like that's a good thing, but then you're also kind of doing it on social media. But then again, it's nice to see the reactions of them. Like I love seeing the reactions of others when someone does something nice for them and then they're just so happy. So like I do like seeing that. I do like seeing it. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily to do like for the clout, but like again, you're doing a YouTube specifically for that. So it's like you're literally trying to show that you're a nice person, but also putting it on the internet. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like iffy. It's kind of like, yeah, you're doing good, but are you doing it just for the video or are you doing it because you actually care? You know what I mean? For me, obviously, I actually care. I obviously don't want them to just like think I'm an asshole or I just leave them with like everything to do, right? So like for me at work, I try to like, that doesn't totally relate, but you guys get what I mean. Like I do want people to know that I'm being nice, you know, like, you know what I mean? I do want someone to know that I'm actually staying, or like I want it to be appreciated, right? Like my coworker is basically staying till 1 a.m. tonight when he was done at 11. Not a huge deal, but he already did 8 hours and then to another she was basically at 10. And he's basically stayed a bunch this week already, so it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you want people to know that like you're being nice. Like he's not going on social media saying, oh, guess what, I'm so nice, I've been staying every day. No, but like you want them to appreciate you. You want someone to know that like you're being this nice. You know what I mean? So like you want people to know that you're nice, but you don't want to like post it everywhere for everybody to see. You just kind of want people to know that you're a good person. You want them to know that you're nice. You want them to know that you care. But you're not posting on social media at the same time. Like you just kind of want that one group to know, or like your workplace to know, for example. So again, in that sense, I do understand wanting people to know that you're nice and all that, but like again, posting on the internet, again, I don't think that someone would agree to post that or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, go ahead and do that. You know, like make, you know, like a bad parent. Now, if you said, oh, like this person is going through a lot, so I decided to do her hair and I put a smile on my face, that would make it better because you're not shaming them, but at the same time, it still seems like you're doing it for clout. It seems like you're posting saying, oh yeah, this mom's sick, so she can't do it, so I did it for her. You know what I mean? So then it makes you look nice. But then again, you're posting it because it makes you look good. It seems like, right? So it's just like, ugh. This is almost 7-minute clip just me talking and ranting. But that's basically my thoughts. So again, I do understand, I do get it, but again, posting it has mixed feelings. It can make you look good, but it can also make you look not so good because like it's like, why are you posting it? Why aren't you just doing it for the good, from the goodness of your heart? Doing stuff from the goodness of your heart can be a thing, but you also just want to like show it off too. In which case, I do understand too, because like you are generally doing it for the thing of your heart, from the kindness of your heart. But at the same time, you want people to know just to kind of like show how nice you are. You know what I mean? Like I get both points, because like I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I kind of agree with both sides. I don't see a parent agreeing with that, and I don't think that she should have like worded it like that. Like, oh yeah, her hair looks terrible. Like the parents, like you're just basically like shaming the parents and the girl. Of course, the girl, like I have no issues with her doing her hair. That's fine. It's just like the way that she wrote it, the way that she said this, the way that she said that. And then a comment basically saying, you know, that comment basically said, no, I shouldn't really do anything wrong, like get off her ass, you know what I mean? Like there's bigger stuff to worry about, which there is. But like, I don't know, I get both sides. Like it's kind of debatable, and I really want to hear your guys' thoughts. If you guys are still here at this point in the video, you guys are a real one. So comment at this point that you stayed till the end of the video. If you guys have stayed till the end of the video, just so I know how many real ones there are out of my 4,000, almost 100 subs. So let's see how many real ones I got. Maybe none. We'll see. But yeah, let me know, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Thanks for watching. Deuces. Peace.